I mean, my dad took me as a little kid. I don't even know how old I was when it started, but you know, he wasn't super into fishing. He fished, but you know, we were catching bluegills, crappies off the dock, pike, whatever, you know. Really about the time I was like 9 or 10 is when I like really fell in love with fishing. You know, I'd ride my bike to, there's a lake, maybe a 10, 15-minute bike ride from my house every day. For the summer, I'd ride down there, fish around the bank, and that's kind of where I fell in love with fishing. Favorite bite is probably Lake Vermilion. It's just beautiful up there. It's like really undeveloped. It's all rock and pine trees, and the fishing's awesome, so that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Flipping milfoil. Fished Lake Minnetonka for, I don't even know, at least 10 plus years, and that's how it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
I guess probably tidal fisheries is where I have the most trouble. I mean, I've done as much research as you can and like learned like the gist of it, but I think there's like a secondary like kind of gut feel you got to get for those kind of places, which I don't have yet, but the more I go to them, I'd say versatility is probably the best way to be consistent, but at the same time, being really good at one thing is probably the best way to win a tournament. I really don't have a good answer for that. I kind of just, I'll do a little bit of research on it ahead of time, and other than that, I just kind of feel it out. I don't have a great answer. Yeah, I just kind of get out there, try a few things. This ain't working. I'm just gonna, you know, naturally progress to trying different stuff and trying to put something together. But yeah, I couldn't give you a great answer for that. Yeah, I mean, the high school bass fishing, I think that's doing a lot for at least the bass fishing side of stuff, but, you know, getting kids fishing is going to be, getting them to have a good time fishing, get out and catch some fish, you know what I mean? Like, if you go out and have a bad day and they don't hardly catch anything, they're going to get bored and distracted really quick, but if you can get them out and have a little bit of success, catch them a few fish that first time, I think that goes a long ways, because, you know, you can get anybody to try something once, but if they have a, you know, if they have a bad experience the first time, they're probably not going to go back. So if you can get them out, catch a few fish, have a good time, that could snowball into, you know, fishing every day or every weekend or whatever you got.
Sure.
I got a few. I don't know if I can share most of them on camera. Definitely no bananas in the boat. I always clean shave, not clean. I don't ever take the mustache off, but shave everything else. Then I got like some good luck charms to keep in the boat. So
that's great.
They come and go. Probably just giving up too easy. Maybe not having enough patience. It's hard though. You don't. That's something that comes with experience, you know. Because if you've fished a lot, you know that you're gonna have those. You know, there's gonna be long periods of time where you don't catch anything. But if you've done it enough, you know that, you know, the next spot you go to, you go boom, 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 catch, you know, 5, 10 fish really quick. So that kind of makes them slow days keep going for you. But you know, when you're just getting started, you don't know how it's gonna end. You don't know how it's supposed to go. You know, if you don't catch them right away, you're probably just gonna quit and not do it. So I don't know. That's about it. Best fishing advice I'd ever received. Probably about fishing faster. The speed of the game and stuff. I've fished a lot with a guy named Brad Leiferman, and he's like shallow water power fisherman. I always fish like really slow and kind of like pick stuff apart, but the dude's trolling motors on 100 all day, every day, and that's probably the best thing for going to like new places and really figuring stuff out faster. Is like, if you get around some fish, you're gonna catch some, you know what I mean? If there's fish there, there's going to be a couple dumb ones. You can catch them moving through there really fast, and then once you have done that, that's the time to circle back around and grind on them rather than grind all the way down, you know, a mile of bank, you know what I mean? So that's where I mean, at this point, it's not, growing up, it was tough, or like getting started in the tournament stuff, it was tough because we had such a long off season. You get real rusty at the beginning of every spring, and there's a lot of stuff we just don't get to see, you know. Like, we really don't get to pre-spawn fish because of our closed season, and then, you know, winter fishing is non-existent because it's covered in ice. So there's a lot of stuff you couldn't really learn living up north, but on the positive side, we have a lot of amazing lakes up north with a ton of fish in them. So the benefit was it too, you know, I could, all of a sudden I hear about drop shotting. Okay, what's drop shotting? I have no idea. I look it up. I can go to a lake and go get 20, 30, 50 bites on it really quick and get a good feel for it. Versus down south, some of the places you fish, you're fishing for 5 bites all day. It's really hard to learn new techniques. So there's pros and cons to it, but I mean, I like living in Minnesota. It's God's country in the summer. It's May through October. There's no place I'd rather be. It's probably this year at the Bassmaster Classic, day 3. I was having like a pretty really slow day. All my stuff was falling apart. Made a little adjustment, went frogging, which was kind of like shouldn't have been happening because it was real early spring. Like 3rd cast, I catch a 6-pounder in the Bassmaster Classic. And at that moment, I was like, because I still had like 2-3 hours left, I'm like, I'm gonna mess them up. I'm gonna like catch a monster bag. I never had another bite on a frog the rest of the day, but like that one 6-pounder in the Classic was probably the coolest one I've ever caught.